The Fantasy Skirmisher.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Fantasy Skirmisher. This is Nevin, and today we are going to do an unboxing for Dungeon Saga Origins, the Legendary Edition. And as you can see here, the box kind of cube-shaped. It is 11 inches by 11 inches by 7 1/4. And this box looks a lot different than the original game I bought into, which is Dungeon Saga, the Dwarf King's Quest, which has this neat looking but ultimately impractical box. So let's go ahead and just dive right into it. And I think some of the glare from the cellophane will go away. Let's get this removed. All right, so got an attractive box. The writing is embossed, which has got a nice feel to it. Artwork on the sides. And let's take a look at the back. Dungeon Saga Origins Legendary Edition. 96 highly detailed models, 4 expansions, 42 exciting quests, quite a few. Dice, game tiles and tokens, exploration equipment, spell, and reference cards. So like I said, I am going to do a review of this game, get it played, and then compare it to not only Dungeon Saga, but to, I suspect that this game is competing with another, not necessarily its own previous edition of Dungeon Saga. So here we go, we got some tokens. Looks like got some traps, conditions. Not sure what that is, but it looks kind of neat. An ad for Kings of War Ambush? What is this? Okay, I'll take a look at this later. Just got myself all excited about a new game. And I've got so many unplayed ones. Alright, so we have a quick start guide. 4 pages long. We have plastic tray, and we're going to jump right into the miniatures here. So let's take a look at some of these here. Open this up. And these minis look larger than the ones from Dungeon Saga. So we've got the skeletons. Got some neat looking goblins here. When they're on rounded bases, not the square ones. And the square ones were used in the other game because facing matters. I'm not sure if facing matters in this game, but when I review it, we will certainly discuss it. Lots of undead. Yeah, I do like the sculpts on these. I'm hoping that the scale works for other miniatures that I have from different manufacturers, and I will do a comparison of those at the end of this video. So I think I'll set some up of this against the original game, against Games Workshop, North Star Miniatures, so on and so forth. So that way we can see how these compare. So we got zombies. And we got some more goblins. I do like the look of their goblins. The pointy noses look like moons. Okay, this is kind of a neat pose for skeleton. And we've got spearmen goblins. And I'm putting everything back in the tray, and the trays fit the miniatures snugly, not too snugly. Okay, very cool. Too many games, too little time. And some of these are just different sculpts that look like the same type of undead creatures found in the Dwarf King's Quest. This definitely looks just beefier and a little bit taller, but we'll see. We will see. Yeah, the more miniatures I pull out, the more motivated I am to break out the rules and play the game. So that way I could share my experience with you guys. Okay, so I'm opening up the second tray. And lots of goblins in this game. So it looks like he's holding some type of a bomb. Seems like goblins, modern goblins like doing that. Whether it's Magic the Gathering, Games Workshop ones. Looks like some type of evil dwarves, chaos dwarves or something like that. So this is definitely going to add to my collection of the baddies, so to speak. But these dwarves, I mean, these aren't dwarves here. These are goblins? I think these are dwarves. Now, the goblins do seem more chunky in my North Star ones, so I don't think they will work too well together. Yeah, more chaos dwarves, if that is the proper name for them. Yeah, this is kind of cool. And she's got 2 knives, some type of assassin. We'll see. I hope this is not an assault rifle. Yeah, it is. Kind of blunderbuss. Of course, they are dwarves. They have some technology, and that's fine. And I am not sure what the heck that is, but we'll soon find out. It's also kind of a cool sculpt. Here we go. Looks like we got some heroes here. Yeah, he definitely looks a little more heroic scale than the previous game. As does the Barbarians, a real dynamic swinging pose. So I hope facing doesn't matter, just because this might get in the way of particularly larger sized creatures. But then again, if you're playing a friendly game, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Interesting. Kind of liking what I'm seeing here. So it looks like these guys are going to be fun to paint. The plastic, it's a little, softer. So definitely harder than Bones, softer than Games Workshop. Alright, looks like this is our Dwarf Ranger. Oh, that's kind of cool. She is. Looks like she's going to get a shooting penalty for shooting on the run here, huh? Looks like we have some type of thief. And we're almost done with the miniatures here. Looks like a couple, oh, here's our dwarf. Looks like our dwarf hero. Kind of cool. And a dwarf crossbowman. And finally, I don't know, is it some kind of monk? Doing his martial arts thing. And we will find out. Alright, so let's see what else we have here. Alright, so I need to unopen this to see what it is, because I really have no idea. fit whatever it is. Okay, here we go. It is artwork. All right. That's all this is. It's just a really cool classic fantasy. I love it. Suitable for framing, huh? Oh yeah. Goblin and a goblin champion and a barbarian taking a swing at each other. So that's kind of cool. Got artwork. And we have some more. Oh, holy cow. Quite a few more tokens. And it looks like some terrain bits here, like tables and whatnot. And this is the tiles. So I'm going to pause for a second just so I can open this up. Okay. I'm not sure what all of these are, but we will also find out. Looks like some doors and looks like a desktop, a rubble blocking. Oh, looks like new bookshelves. It's kind of nice. And so we don't have like single corridors and rooms, so we've got these different squares with different rooms, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of Hero Quest, except instead of a single map, it's got several. And I quite like that. The artwork is pretty similar. I mean, I do like the artwork. It's very gritty. Does seem to have more lighting effects than the older game, but at the same time, it still has kind of that muddled, dark, gritty look to it. It's got a lot of cool elements. I do like the look of it. Yeah, that doesn't look like a very cozy room, does it? Can you imagine what it smells like? Oof. All right, so I'm gonna have to count these. Lots of different rooms. Of course, there's lots of different missions in this game. Yeah, that's interesting. Lots of chains in this room. Chains and bones. This is kind of a cool looking tile. I do like the different color squares and patterns. Has really good old school visual appeal. As does this. Looks like it's got vines growing. And the palette seems to be, a lot more colorful. I quite like that. Yeah, all right. So you know what? Just what I've seen so far has kind of got me excited. So let's see how many tiles we have here. So we've got the tokens. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 12 of these tiles, since they are front and back. And then we've got a bunch of books. Darkness Under Dire. All right, so this looks like some type of interesting. Looks like these are different adventures here. Adventure 1, Adventure 2. And it's interesting how it's kind of landscaped this way, because I think isn't there other game like that? We'll see. Trial of Tyranny. I think Hero Quest, that's what I was thinking. Hero Quest has missions that are kind of this way. This has got quite a few adventures, so these are all different campaigns. Trial of Tyranny, and then, then we've got the rule book. The rule book is 27 pages long. And we'll take a more detailed look. Like I said, I'll explain the game when I review it. Alright, this is nice. And we have Mirrors of Malice. So it looks like we have a lot of different themed adventures here, because we have a lot of different types of evil forces here. So we got the evil dwarves. And what does Mantic call them? I don't know. And Glimmer of Greed. So obviously this is the goblin one. Quite nice. Maps, background information, setting up the game. Note to Overlord. Okay, so this game has an Overlord, just as does an original Dungeon Saga game. Lots of different adventures for this campaign. And we have more tokens. So we've got coffins, looks like torture tables. And it looks like these little bits pop out, like for the ladders. We've got treasure chests, more bookshelves, more tokens. And finally, got a big piece of plastic on the bottom here, which houses some large size miniatures. Not to mention all the cards. All right, so we have bosses and the heroes. Madriga, Danor, same heroes as the other game. Orloff, Rorden, and we've got undead dwarf lords, zombie troll tyrants, butcher flesh ripper, soulbane, Ironcaster, monster boss. What's that? Amazed, Doomfire. These are all monster bosses. Goblin Bigot, Bruco Grimshark. And we got an elf warlock here, a human monk, a human cleric, human paladin, dwarf ranger, halfling rogue, crone, and I'm not even going to pronounce that, something Duskreaver, another monster boss. So yeah, looks like got a really good variety of heroes and allies, if that's what those are, not to mention foes. So we got 2 sets of colored dice. Looks like they're rounded, got a good weight feel to it. Let's get back into the miniatures. Oof, look at that mouth on that thing. Okay, very cool. And we have more of those evil dwarves. More zombie trolls. And a couple of different poses here. These are all the large size minis. This guy's huge. Looks like Sauron, huh? It's like 8 feet tall. And some other type of undead creatures. And then finally we've got the cards. So Those cards, what do we have here? First deck. Okay, we've got equipment. Lightkeeper Lance. I'm not going to go through all these, but you can see there's a variety of cards here. Minions and monsters. So those are that's a monster reference. So it looks like there's a few things mixed up in here. Feats. Astronomy. Looks like spell books. Or they could be spells. Fists of Iron, another feat. There's prayers, divinity. I guess those are the magic types. Phoenix Ember. More feats, Valiant Charge, Twin Targets, Fleet of Doom. Alright, this definitely has like an old school feel to it. I'm kind of digging it. Alright, so I've opened up the rest of the cards, just save some time here. So Monster Minion, level 1 Cunning, Neophyte Blade. So it looks like these are the monster stat cards. And again, when I do the review, we'll go over this in detail as far as what they are, what they do, along with a few sample, or I should say examples of metrics. Yeah, some nice equipment here, some nice artwork. Monsters and minions, so more monster references mixed in. Looks like these are treasures. Yeah, exploration, okay. Exploration cards, so you could have traps, roaming raiders, a bag of gold, stash of gold, small gems. Evil is summoned. What is this? Okay, so some environmental things. Savage attack. Very nice. And we've got more monsters. The stats. Some nice artwork on each one. And then we've got the spells. And we've got equipment. Arcane Sword. This weapon allows you to add +1 dice when making a fight one attack. 300 gold. Yeah, I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Not sure how this is going to play solo, since you have an overlord, but we'll cross that bridge. Monster reference, and of course more explorations. Elixir of acceleration. And more stuff. And I am wondering if maybe each deck pertains to an adventure. We'll see. More of the same. So I do not want to mix these up. And then the large deck here. So we've got action summaries, trap summaries, fight action summary. So this is great. Throwing knives, trap kits, fine sword. So we've got more equipment. And we've got more exploration, healing potions, battle potions. Lots of potions, lots of gold. Small gems, a jackpot. Nice. Traps, not so nice. And we've got marauding monsters. Oops, more equipment. More feats. Whirlwind, focus, hail of arrows. And more monsters. Skeleton archer. So these are dwarf revenant, zombies, armored zombies, a ghost, zombie troll, AI overlord. Okay, this is going to be interesting. The AI overlord. So it looks like you built to play this solo. And overlord mood, passive or aggressive. Nice. Okay, well, I am definitely looking forward to reading the rules and playing through an adventure and maybe sampling another one so that way I could do an informed review. I hope you like this unboxing, and stay tuned. I will certainly get this reviewed. Now check out the miniature size comparison compared to the previous Dungeon Saga game. I mean, these new miniatures are much bigger, more chunky. Like I said, got more heroic scale. I mean, this one is just crazy different. Look at that. And then I got a little collection. Let's move these guys out of the way. From different manufacturers. So I've got Hassle-Free and Reaper, Crooked Dice Games, Dark Sword, and then I've got a selection in the front here from North Star for Frostgrave and Rangers of Shadow Deep, and of course a couple miniatures, some of the heroes from this game in the back there. So you can see that some of them generally work okay. I mean, the plastic box soldiers for Frostgrave are really tiny in comparison to a lot of the others. And also, Crooked Dice Games tends to be, looks like a little on the smaller scale compared to Dark Sword and Reaper. Now let's move on to the zombies. They look, you can see there's a big size difference there. And then, of course, the goblins. Here we got North Star for Oathmark with one of the new goblins for the game. The skeletons seem to be the closest in size. So here's the previous game. The Origins one, and this is from Games Workshop. And then moving on to the zombie trolls, you can see that these two guys in the back are bigger than this one, and there's a huge size difference in the ghosts. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to share that with you, that the scale for these miniatures are a bit larger, in fact sometimes quite a bit larger than the previous game, and may take a little bit of work depending what type of miniatures you have to be able to mix them into other games. Alright guys, well thank you for watching, and stay tuned till the next unboxing. Bye bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.